Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is November 22nd, 2021, 11:26 p.m. Eastern Time. Current price of BTC just about like 57,010. Okay, so in today's content, we'll talk about BTC on a low degree, and if I have time, we will talk about BTC on the macro scale and all that good stuff, and what type of price action we could expect going like into the the last few weeks of the year and all that good stuff, right? We're also going to talk about Ethereum, BZRX, XRP, BTS, and Vechain, right? VET, right? So if you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. You can also join the public group on Discord, link in the description, and all that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and dive into the analysis. It is very important, guys, to join the at least join the Discord public group, right? That way you can get my updates, my short-term updates, and all that good stuff. Because we've been playing out the we've been basically trading the C wave to the downside, down to the support area, just about like a 56.8 on on Discord and all that good stuff. So I've been giving you guys constant updates regarding the C wave and what we need to see over the next like a few hours or even like a few days, right, before the reversal. So let's go ahead and dive into the analysis, right? So we're gonna start up with the shorter term, time frame right here, meaning like the correction we got right here, just about like from 67 down to like a 58. So we're going to try to break it down and trying to figure out like if a bull's going to show up within the next like a few hours or even like a few days and give us a reversal pattern, as we just said, from the 54 to a 56 area. Okay, we already retested mid-range. That's what I said in my premium group. Mid-range, just about like a 55.8. We already hit 50 55 6, right? So spot on, right? So what we're looking at right now regarding the wave analysis is pretty simple, right? We're looking for a flat correction, irregular flat, right? Meaning like price action going to retrace lower right here down to a support area where wherever we found support right here with a three-way move, and we're going to push back up in a three-way move and basically pushing back down with a five-way move, right? So just to decipher it, let's say we get a beautiful pump to the upside, right? What you can expect after the first three-way pump, right? Three-way dump right here as an ABC correction, you could say, okay, we're going to be at least pumping back up, but we don't know how we're going to be pumping. We could pump in a three-way, we could pump in a five-way, but let's say we pump in a three-way, just like we had right here. It means like we could be expecting price action to retest at least the lows right here, okay, or close to it. And that's exactly what we did. Sometimes it can break it. Most of the time, it doesn't break the lows, but this time we broke the lows, so we just have to respect it. And we could be looking for what? Another impulsive wave to the upside, right? So that's what we're speculating on right now. We're speculating on a potential flat correction and a reversal to the upside, right? So right now we almost done with our wave 5 right there. Okay, that's exactly what we were saying. If you take a look at it right here, you take a look at it right there. Take a look at it on the 6 hour. Hey, what's up, Pablo? Thanks a lot for tuning in. What's up, Bye Boo? Thanks a lot for tuning in. KAO in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. So what we're looking at right now, if you take a look at it on the low degree, right, you can see like we got a clean 5 waves, right there. So wave number 5, right, might not be done yet. So it means like we just have to be very cautious on the low degree, right here. It could be any type of a correction, okay? It could even be an ending diagonal, something like that, okay? With a or even a wedge pattern. So we don't know how the wave 5 going to be a structure. But one thing we could rely, even though we don't know anything about the we don't know how exactly it is going to be structured. We could rely on our indicators right now. On our way down, we couldn't rely on our indicators because I couldn't find any bullish pattern. Looking at the 6 hour, 6 hour MACD, okay, everything was bearish even up to the daily, right? In terms of short term, right? So when we take a look at the MACD right now, we could be speculating for the next like a few hours or even like a few days, a potential bullish reversal pattern. You guys know I love the 6 hour bullish, a 6 hour bullish reversal pattern, especially when we get a fat wave impulse to the downside, and getting a getting a bullish reversal on our 6 hour, which basically coincide with the wave number 5, right? So that's what we could anticipate in the next like a few days. Okay, so what we want to see is like, even if we cross bearish right there on our MACD, it could be still okay as long as we do not break the lows right there. Okay, meaning like MACD, okay, just have to stay above the trend line. It cannot basically break the trend line support. Or sorry, it could even double bottom. We just don't know. It all depends on the price volatility. So we're still in correction mode, but it could be finalized over the next like a few days. All right, meaning like once we get the correct pattern, we could just break out to the upside, right? So something to keep in mind. And basically, let's assume, right, 50, 55 going to be the bottom, okay? Because we could get the breakout before our next live stream and all that good stuff. We could anticipate 50%, right, to 0.618. Let's say you short-term trading, okay? For the short-term traders, they could be anticipating on 50% to 0.618. So if we assume, okay, 55.5 is the bottom right there, we could be looking for a short-term reversal all the way up to like a 36618. Okay, 63616, okay, 63.5 basically. All right, so we could be anticipating a potential reversal up to 63K, right? So another important aspect of the bottom formation is like we could get also a triple bottom. Okay, we talk about the wedge pattern. We could get still a triple bottom before pumping to the upside. It is still going to be a wedge pattern, but probably a descending triangle if we get a triple bottom like that, right? It could be a descending triangle. As I said, we just don't know, all right? But one thing we know is like MACD is looking good, RSI is looking good, so it is not time to be bearish. Okay, it is not time to be bearish. And a short-term reversal all the way up to a 63.5, right? And a short-term resistance, right? It is going to be right here within the next like a few hours, just about like a 60K, right? Just in case, okay, just in case, as I just said, right, we get this move like that. Okay, so look for 60K, and after that we're going to be looking for 63. So it could be two separate trades where we hit like a 60K, retrace down to a 56 or even 55.5, and then pump back up to a 63 or even much higher, right? Our upside target on the higher time frame, it is still the same thing, right? Nothing has changed regarding the 81 to 91, right? That's going to be our higher time frame target. Okay, it means like we have to break out above like a 69 and so on, and then we're going to be looking for the big reversal. Okay, so now talking about the higher time frame, let's go ahead and take a look at the bearish macro setup. Okay, the bearish macro setup, it is nothing but another flat correction. Okay, you're gonna be like, Sen, you're killing us with this flat correction, right? So the macro bearish setup, it is nothing but a big double top, double bottom. Okay, we've seen these double top, double bottoms multiple times. It's not like we just talking about it, right? We just started talking about it. We talk about it on CHR, we talk about it on FTM before the breakout, we talk about it on CALR and all that good stuff, right? To give you guys a good example, right, before we talk about the double top, double bottoms, right there. So we talk about it when if FTM was right there. FTM, if you recall, in our premium, we got it on FTM right around like a 50 to 60 sats. Right there, what we said was like continuation pattern. Sake is pretty bullish. If we take a look at CELR, we talk about it on CELR before even CELR broke out. when CALR was like right around like a 15 sats, 13 sats, we were looking for like 150 sats, okay, and 480 sats. So we hit targets like beautifully on CALR. If you take a look at it, over 30x nearly, okay, versus BTC. Okay, BTC pumped 2x, that's 60x, right, in USD. So another pattern right here, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at the next example, right? We just, killed over the last few weeks, right? CHR. We talked about it on CHR right here, right? CHR was at the bottom again, 500 sats, 600 sats. We said we're going to moon, right? Double top, double bottom, bang, okay? CHR, we talked about it also back in January right here. We said CHR is going to moon, right? So it is not like we just started to talk about CHR and all that good stuff, right? That's why I'm not even covering like a CHR in my public updates and all that good stuff, because we talk about it like before people started talking about CHR, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at another example, right? One BTC. It is good to learn from your mistakes, but at the same time, it is very good to learn from your what? From your successful trades, right? So as you can see on one BTC at the same time, right? We talked about one BTC going to be mooning, double top, double bottom. What happened? Bang. One BTC similar to FTM. That's when we got it right there. Okay. Okay, right there. All right. All right. We say dollar cost average all the way down to 15 to 18. And take a look at it. Sucker pumped all the way up to where? To like a 600 sats. Right. So these are the type of setups you get with Send Crypto from the bottom. You don't get, setups like when these suckers pump like a 20, 35x and all that good stuff. We buy from the bottom and we sell, sell the moonshot and all that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at another example, right? IOST BTC. IOST BTC, it is looking to give us the same setup right there, double top, double bottom. So what we're looking for is a potential support right here. Once we get the support, we could be looking for like a 250, right? 300 sat and a 350. After that, we could be looking for what? We could be looking for the 600 sat. So keep an eye on IOST. A beautiful, beautiful bullish divergence right here, hidden bullish divergence on our MACD. MACD is making lower lows, price action is making lower, high lows. Even if we retest the lows, bang, it is still going to be a good setup to look for within the next like a few weeks and so on. It is not a short-term setup. It can break out at any given time, but I'm not giving any, any time frame and all that good stuff. So IOST, it is still a good hold, right? So now let's go back to BTC. Hey, what's up, Aimel? Thanks a lot for tuning in. So I gave you multiple examples in regard to the flat correction, but most of them are basically what, versus BTC. So you're going to be like saying all those setups are Alt BTC. Why not Alt USD? Let's take a look at UMA. If we go ahead and take a look at UMA, we talked about UMA before the breakout to the upside. What we said, UMA, double top, double bottom, hidden bullish divergence, bang, we're looking for higher prices. So UMA is still in a macro bullish uptrend. We will talk about the bearish setup later on when I get more, more confirmation regarding the bearish setup. But as of now, we're just going to follow the double top, double bottom, and a potential move all the way up to 125 over the next like a few weeks and so on. The only bearish setup I could basically talk about it really quickly is like we could retest the bottom right here on our RSI and basically get the double top, double bottom on our RSI. Price action will retrace lower, right? Meaning like we could even retrace down to like a $10 before pumping to the upside. That's the only bearish setup I can find right now, okay? And we will talk about the same setup on BZRX right here, okay? So now let's go back to BTC. So when we take a look at BTC on the macro view, here, at BTC. All right. So when we take a look at BTC on the macro view, I'm not saying it will play out, but it is something like we should all be aware of, right? We should be aware of the potential of macro flat correction where price action going to be retesting somewhere around like a 30 to 35K. We just don't know because we still have to zoom out at some point, right, to basically check our our 21 EMA on our, excuse me, the 21 EMA on our monthly and all that good stuff. But the directional move could be, okay, on the macro scale, if we break out like below supports and all that good stuff, we could be looking for another retest of the, low 30Ks or mid 30Ks. We just signed 30Ks. It might not even retest the 30K. It could still create a higher low, okay? Somewhere around here. It could retrace like down to a 0.786. But the main thing is like, we just don't want to lose supports, right? And be looking for like lower prices, right? So it is not going to be a bad setup. It could still be a macro bullish setup. As we said, we could be looking for a double top, double bottom, and then bang over the next like a few weeks after that, right? So wouldn't be too bear. I mean, I wouldn't be too bearish. Once again, I'm still bullish because we don't have enough evidences right now, that we basically going to be playing out this setup, right? Because alt, they still bullish, right? So even if BTC retests the weekly 21 EMA, it could still be bullish for alt. You see what I'm saying? So something to basically keep in mind going forward, right? Mahdi in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at Ether. So not Vechain, but Ether. So if you take a look at Ether, that's exactly what I was saying in my premium, right? On a 6-hour basis, when price action was getting rejected, just about like a 4,400, right? 44. I was saying like it is going to retrace down to a low 44K, right? And we could be looking for another reversal, right? So it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good as of now. We can still get this double top, double bottom, and another triple bottom right here. We just don't want to break the lows because it is likely to create a continuation pattern. But I'm not saying it will, but we're still in correction phase. So we just have to respect support and resistance. So next resistance for Ether still going to be 4,400 range, right? Or even like 43.50 just to front run the price. So if you bought the dip right here and you long it, you could just suck it up, put a stop loss right there, and wait for price action to get some some resistances right there, just about like a 43.50 to a 4,400 range, and then you could take profits and hopefully, okay, now I don't like to say hopefully, but and basically wait for a market to give another signal for a potential continuation or another retest of the bottom right around like a 4K area, right? So overall, we're still correcting, so you have to follow BTC because Ether most likely going to be following BTC. Even though Ether BTC, it is still looking pretty good, right? I'm still bullish on Ether BTC. Okay, I said it in my premium when Ether was right here. What I told you guys, I said double top, double bottom. We recognize the pattern, so we're not going to be flip-flopping. It is going to be pushing to the upside. We talked about it a month ago, okay? Like I think like October 24th or something like that, right? That's when we said Ether, it is going to be playing out. Ether going to be breaking out to the upside. Okay, if this pattern plays out, bang, we could be pumping all the way up to 0.1 BTC. Okay, it is the same pattern as CHR. It's the same pattern. Okay, it's the same pattern. But Ether, it is a macro, a big cap alt, so it is not going to be breaking out like CHR, right? It is most likely going to be breaking out slowly, okay? Slowly versus BTC to the upside, especially when BTC is not looking very, very healthy as of now, right? Let's go back to Ether BTC. So Ether BTC, double top, double bottom, bang. This is my favorite setup. I'm not saying it will play out all the time, right? But for a momentum setup, it is a momentum setup. It is not like a boring phase setup. That's why I like it. I like the boring phase setups. You guys know the boring phase setup, right? Setups, right? It is like the 3D bullish divergence, right? When price action above the 3D 21 and all that good stuff. So if you've been following me long enough, you know the boring phase and when to start buying during the boring phase. Sometimes you can even anticipate it and buy even like before prices pump above the 21 EMA and all that good stuff. And take a look at Ether also. It is a classic, three-way move down, three-way move up, a five-way move down. Okay? It is a classic, flat correction, just like what we're anticipating right now on BTC, right? Right there. Same exact pattern. Okay. We take a look at Ether, BTC, bang, bang. Okay. Same exact pattern. And we basically anticipated the same pattern back in 2019. We nailed it also. If you go back and check all my videos, like back in June 2019, right there. Beautiful setup right here. Okay. You can go back and check any of my videos back then. I was telling you guys, BTC will be dumping all the way down to like 10K and all that good stuff, because we did have a three-way move down, a three-way move up, and I was anticipating the five-way move down. Okay, and we did get that move exactly as expected. So we're done with Ether. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Vechain, right? Because that has a nice potential 10% pump. So Vechain, the entire range of 15 cents down to 5 cents, it is nothing but just a macro accumulation range. We've seen it last year for most of these alt. I talked about it multiple times, right? On Atom, when Atom was like $3 to $6 range. I was just saying accumulate Atom, okay, because we're going to be pumping all the way up to $30. So sucker pump all the way up to $30, right? Same exact pattern. That's the same exact pattern we're making, on BTS, Bitshare, okay? So, and also on Wi-Fi and all that good stuff, right? So it looks pretty juicy, right? So what we're looking for right now on a lower degree, let's take a look at it on KuCoin. So on the lower degree, what we're looking at right now is like a potential short-term flat correction, right? So I would be looking for the move to the upside right there, okay, up to like a 14 cents. In the short term, it looks like a bearish pattern, because once again, if we want to stay constant, if we say, let's say price action pump to the upside, dump, pump, and dump, and we're calling it a bullish pattern. So if we get the inverse, right, meaning like price action dump, pump, do something like that, right? Change the color to red, right? So if we're expecting a reversal, right, to the upside, right, continuation, right, we should be expecting what? A continuation to the downside, right? Because both pattern, are pretty much just saying like, we want to continue the directional move. You see what I'm saying? So whether you get a flat correction to the downside or a flat correction to the upside, it doesn't matter. Okay, you just want to stay with what the initial, the breakout pattern. However, as I said, sometime, right, with these flat correction at the bottom, sometimes you can just get what? A triple bottom. Okay, you can get a triple bottom, or sometimes you can even like retrace down to like a 50% before reversing. Okay, so it is not guaranteed, right? Even though it is likely to create a bearish short-term pattern, I wouldn't be too bearish unless we break out below like a 12 cents. Okay, so short-term resistance, it is going to be 14 cents, right? If we don't break it, we could be looking for a potential retest all the way down to like a 12 cents and all that good stuff, right? So keep an eye on Vechain. I just wanted to cover the short-term short-term analysis because we know Vechain going to be breaking out over the next like a few weeks. So just wanted to cover the short-term update and all that good stuff. So hey, what's up, Bank Moon Boy? Right, so now let's go ahead and move on to BZRX. So BZRX, we will cover the short term, right? Actually, not the short term, but the daily. So BZRX, if you guys just recall what I just showed you, right? A double top, double bottom, right? Bang, that's what you got. So we got an impulsive wave right there, a dump, another three-way move, and a very impulsive wave down here. So what we got to expect right now is what? A breakout to the upside. Okay, so BZRX, yeah, we hit support right around like a 22 to 25. So if you watch my BZRX analysis like last month, you remember, okay, we said if we get a shakeout, look for 22 to 25 cents, and that could create the double top, double bottom right here, and we're going to be looking for 75 to 74 cents. Okay, short-term resistance going to be all the way up to 56 cents. So BZRX, right, looking pretty juicy. On top of that, if you take a look at the the RSI right here, we also got a nice double top, double bottom. Okay, just like the way I showed you on WAX. Let's go ahead and take a look at WAXP. WAXP BTC, bang. Okay, bang. That's the same setup on the weekly basis on WAXP BTC right there. Okay, so the premium guided on WAX, you know, right around like a 500 sats, 400 sats, give or take, right? Double top, double bottom. We did not get any double top, double bottoms on our, price action, but was good enough on the, when you take a look at the RSI, was good enough for the breakout to the upside. And sucker broke out nicely to the upside all the way up to bang, okay, 250%. Okay, we're looking for 18 to 2000. We still can get there, okay? So it is still a good hold going forward. So now let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. So let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. So XRP 589. So 589, what we're facing is pretty clear, guys. We're facing multiple resistances, right? When we take a look at our side right here, we got to break out above this trend line. We're not even close to it yet, okay? The good news, when we take a look at the RSI, we got a nice support trend line right there, okay? So first thing first, we got to break out above this trend line. We did have a positive MACD on the 3D basis, but it turns out, right, sucker basically flipped negative again. So it means that we got a lot of work to do again, okay? We got, even if you take a look at it on the 3D, we basically getting what? A nice triangular formation right here. It means that we're going to be breaking out very soon. So our MACD right now, it is negative on a 3D basis. So it means that we're losing momentum. But once we break out above this, above the September highs, right, somewhere around like a 140, right, we could be looking for like a 195. And after that, our next trading range is going to be all the way up to 350. So XRP, we just got to be patient, right, over the next like a few days and so on. Even if you take a look at it very closely on the lower degree, right, we do have a double top, double bottom right there. Okay, so we got a potential flat correction right here. That's a three-way move down. Okay, we got a three-way move up right here, and it looks like we're going to get a five-way move. So XRP will still be coming back down to the 95 and so on, right? I'm not that bearish. Let me change the color. Okay. So XRP, we could still come back down to retest the 95 to $1. But the main thing, as I said, for XRP, support is like $1 to 105. I wouldn't be worried too much. Wouldn't be worrying too much, unless we break out below 80 cents, right? But the main support, 105 to $1 range. Okay, unless we want to create a bigger double top, double bottom right here, right? And retest like a 85, which is still going to be a pretty valid pattern for a moonshot later on, right? So XRP, it is still consolidating, but most likely bulls going to be building a building position over the next like a few weeks, right, for the moonshot. So the next one going to be Bitshare, BTS. So BTS, I like the chart, very consolidative, right? Just like Atom back in December, November, December, January. So you got the double top, double bottom, retest of the double bottom, created a triple bottom right there. So what we need to see is like what? Price action to get closer to 62, right? 63, just like waves. You guys remember our wave breakout, right? A couple months ago. We take a look at waves, right? Bang, right there. Similar pattern. And this pattern right here, I'm going to talk about it next time. I just don't have time to talk about it, right? But it is a very powerful pattern. You can see it like in multiple charts. This pattern alone, like I've seen it like, I think on Riot, right? And on Uroi. Let's take a look at Uroi. Okay. Uroi right here, same pattern. Same exact pattern. And the funny thing is, like, I was bullish on both of them. Okay, so even before I started talking about the pattern right here. Okay, and we seen this pattern not too long ago on Riot. Right. So Riot is giving us the same exact pattern right here. I will talk about it next time. Just don't have time to go into the analysis and all that good stuff, right? So let's go ahead. Let's go back to waves. So you take a look at waves, same pattern right here. So the pattern we played out on wave right there, that's what we're looking for. We already got our triple bottom on BTS, and BTS is right around, right here. Okay, right around this area. Okay, so we're just going to be looking for the breakout to retest the May highs over the next like a few weeks and so on. Let's go back to BTS. So if you take a look at BTS, bang, bang, bang. So it is getting closer right now to the top. The next breakout, right? It is not going to be a fake out. Okay, it is not going to, it got a pretty good chance to not be a fake out, right? Just got to break out above the trend line support. If we take a look at it in terms of MACD, it looks pretty juicy. A triple bottom with a bull divergence, right? I got to suck it up. Okay, so worst case scenario is like to retest the bottom. Okay, that's the worst case scenario. Okay, retest the bottom in moonshot. So BTS, keep an eye on it going forward over the next like a few weeks, right? We could get a nice move once we break out above like a 9 cents. Could be looking for the 17 to 18 cents. Right now it is just about like a 5 cents. So let me go ahead and take a look at the chat room. So hey, what's up, Crit Moonboy? Thanks a lot for tuning in. We just talked about XRP. Hey, what's up, Crit? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Ding along. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hey, what's up, Jim of all trades? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Thanks a lot, man. Hey guys, if you guys don't know who's Jim, make sure to check out his channel, an Elliott Wave Analyst. I was watching your live stream yesterday, but right after I started watching, I think like it got cut off. So I was thinking like it might be just some technical issues, right? So, but great stuff. I saw your macro view and all that good stuff. Good thing that you pointed out, right? The macro retest of 30K and all that good stuff. I talked about it also in my first 10 minutes and all that good stuff, right? Thanks a lot for watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Mana, right? I'm pretty sure you are a moon boy, so we're going to take a look at Mana USDT. Okay. So Mana, it is still above support. I like the 3D. I like how the 3D is basically playing out. If you want to be, I'm pretty sure most people are not bearish on Mana, but if you want to be bearish, you could start like to look for a potential divergence over the next like a few days and so on. So price action can still pump it upside, bearishly, right? So before retracing lower, but the main support you gotta keep an eye on over the next like a few days, it is going to be give or take 150 to 180 range. Okay, we at $2 right now. I know it is not easy to think about like a Mana dropping down to like a 180, but just keep an eye on it if you're looking to enter a trade and all that good stuff, right? But overall, it is still looking pretty juicy, way above the 3D21, way above the 2D21, right? So I don't say anything crazy. Okay. The worst case scenario is like we just move sideways over the next like a few days. If we break out below the 2D21, we got to suck it up. Okay. It means like we could be looking for a downward correction. But as of now, I would just stay with the bullish uptrend, right? So now let's take a look at it in terms of extension. Because Mana is pretty new, right? So if that's our wave 1 and that's our wave 2, right? We just hit 0.786 extension right here. So if we're going to be correcting and still pushing to the upside, next resistance, it is going to be almost at not $2, but $10. Okay, 9.5. Okay, and after that, we could be looking for 1.27 all the way up to 27, and 1.41 going to be all the way up to $36. Okay, so Mana, it looks pretty juicy, man. It looks pretty juicy. Just have to suck it up and wait for those big targets. Let's take a look at the market cap to see if we can, realistically look for another, 10x. So I don't know about another 10x unless like the overall crypto like a pumped a lot, because it'll put like Mana right around like a 70 billion. Okay, so even Cardano right now, I don't think it's 70 billion, right? Yeah, Cardano is like 60 billion, so it is doable, right? But what I'm saying is it is going to be a directional move. By then the entire crypto could be like 7 trillion or 9 trillion, so 70 billion won't be anything. Okay, so if we take a look at Mana.D, so if we take a look at the Mana market dominance, right now it is just about like a 0.3%. So it's not a lot. It is not a lot. Okay, it is not a lot at all. So we could go all the way up to at least 0.75, right? So, but overall, it looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty good. Hey, what's up, Nibra? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Is me Stinger in the house? Okay, so that's for Mana. Okay, we talk about XRP, Mana, Band, UBT. So Reza, we're gonna talk about Band. Go ahead and take a look at Band. Band is giving us a double top, double bottom, right? It is also another flat correction with a hidden bullish divergence on our 3D basis and 7D basis, right? On the 7 days, it looks great, okay? So we just got to break out above the September highs, just about like $11, $12, right? I'm looking for a potential move to like a 130 to, 360 over the next like a few weeks or even like a few months. So it is a macro directional move. As long as we can stay, above our support area, okay, it won't be bad at all to retest the lows right here, even like a $5. It could be a quick wick and all that good stuff before continuing the uptrend. Okay, well, we only got one wave so far and a double wave right there. Okay, so if you take a look at a BNB for instance, right, on the macro view, you take a look at BNB on the macro view, take a look at the structure we got right there. Okay, so that's the structure right here. Most alt right now are trying to replicate. Okay, so if you go back to band, bang. Okay, so similar structure in terms of correction, right? So let's see if we're going to be pumping all the way up to those targets. Even if we get to like a 0.618, let's say $60, it is still going to be great, right? Over the next like a few weeks. Band market cap is not that high. Yeah, just about 250. So it got plenty of room, guys, to go to like a 2.5 to a 4 billion market cap, right? So it is like number 290. Okay, guys, remember and take a look at band on in terms of like a line chart. You still can see the double top, double bottom. Okay, right, you can see it right there. Beautiful, and it is creating another one right there. Beautiful also, right? Beautiful setup. It is still a good hold. So is result. Let's go ahead and take a look at Unibright. I don't think I got a setup for UBT, but I don't have a setup. So looks good, but it is still likely to retrace lower, to retest support right here. You got your MACD on a 7D basis. Wait for the bullish reversal. That'll give you a double top, double bottom, right? And even a potential hidden bullish divergence on your 7D, right? Overall, it looks good. The only bearish count I would get for this move is like you got 1, 2, potential 3, 4, 5. And if that's the case, this could be just a fake out, even if we retrace, retrace back up. But we will see. The entire move right here might not be done yet. Okay, so we will see if we still can get another pump to the upside, because the double top, double bottom right here on your RSI, I mean MACD and RSI, they're very powerful. Okay, they're very powerful. So it means that you're gonna get plenty of room to get another strong leg to the upside. Okay, if we're going to be in a bear market and the entire move right here, it is our wave, our 5 waves, you could be looking for a support starting at 382 all the way down to like a 50%. But let's see, first thing first, right? Since like I'm bullish on the market, we could be finding support at, let's say, at $1 first. So remind me during my next live stream, if we're going to get wrecked below 90 cents, or we're going to find a support at 90 cents and basically go to the moon, right? Right. Oh yeah, I figured that out. Sometimes like it happens, it happens to me. During my live stream, I be getting like some internet issues. Sometimes my mic be wrecking me sometimes. So let's see. So sand script. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let me just write it down, right? I won't go randomly. Next one, sand. XTZ Moon Boys. Everything gonna be all right. COIT. Algo. CNS. All right, guys. All right, so let's go from bottom to top. CNS. Centric. I think we got a couple of centric. I think that's what I told you, if I remember well. Centric looks pretty juicy, right? But what I told you was like the move we got right here, okay? Parabolic move to the upside, parabolic move to the downside. I don't need no indicators, okay? I don't need no indicators with this setup. I told you, sucker going to what? Break out to the upside, right? If I recall well, right? So it looks pretty good. I don't see anything bearish. We're above the 3D, above the 21 EMA on our weekly basis. So just got to get the breakout above resistance right here, okay? So if you bought the dip right there, not financial advice, right? You got to be taking profits right here just to avoid the triple bottom, just in case, okay? Avoid the triple bottom, and you could be reaccumulating at the bottom again, just in case we go for another short-term downtrend. But this type of a parabolic move to the upside, right? And parabolic move to the downside, I said it multiple times, guys. That's how we basically nailed all our 50x, 20x, 100x, 200x guys in our premium. Okay, we got all those charts out there last year between October and November. That's when I sent out all the charts and I said these targets, right? They're not for like a short-term trading. Okay, these targets are macro targets. Okay, within the next like a 6 to 9 months, and most of them, all of them actually. Okay, all the setups like between October through like November, December, all of them pumped. Okay? FET, FTM, OEN, CELR, IOST, IOX, IOTX, right? All of them pump, okay? But you're gonna be like, Tezos did not pump, right? But Tezos will pump, guys. Tezos will pump. But Tezos did not have the same setup. You got to remember that, okay? Tezos has a different setup, okay? Even EGLD, right? Pumped, AVE, all of them pumped, Kusama, okay? All those setups, we got them back in like October, November, December, right? So it looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty juicy. But if you want to be optimistic, right, we could be looking for a move all the way up to 0.618 right there, all the way up to like a 4 cents. So we just got to break out above like a 0.003, and you're still gonna get another 10x after that. So plenty of time, right? So now let's go ahead and move on to COTI, excuse me. So COTI, as you can see right there, okay, that's what I just tried to explain to you. Parabolic move, right? I don't need no like any wave analysis regarding these parabolic moves. Parabolic moves, I just have to suck it up. Sometimes they dip 50% below, okay? But they're gonna give you the next leg up, okay? So COIT doesn't look bad. Volume is decreasing right here. So I would give it like a few more days to see like if we're going to be retesting either the trend line support right here, right? Or price support right there. Okay. So MACD is negative right now, so I don't see a strong bull trend. And yeah, I don't see anything. It doesn't mean we cannot break out right away, like within the next like a few days. But all I'm saying is the only bullish sign I can find right now is like the volume is low, and we're at the 21 EMA. Okay, so let's just give it some time over the next like a few days to see what type of a bullish structure we can find. However, we can take a look at COIT USD. Bang. Okay, so COIT, we don't want to get a move down here, okay, on a macro view. Okay, we don't want to get a move. It is going to be bullish on the macro view, right? It means that we're going to be pushing higher, but it'll be better if we do not break out below our 21 EMA. It will make it easier, right, to just say that move right here, right, it is just a three-way move. It doesn't matter. It could even be a wedge pattern later on, but it is just going to be a short-term correction, and we're going to be looking for high prices after that. Okay, because we don't have 5 waves yet. Okay, doesn't matter how you want to count it, that it's not 5 wave. It is not a 5 waves. Let's take a look at it. Looks like Tezos, but more parabolic. Okay, so you could count it as 5 right there, but it'll be very weird. So I would just wait. I'm still bullish on, you know, COIT. So I would just wait for the next like a few days to get a better chart structure. On the 3D, we're already below the 3D 21. So I would just wait for the next like a few days. Next support right here, right around like a 31 cents. Okay, 31 cents, right? 31 cents. And once we get the 3D MACD flipping positive right there, we can suck it up, right? And start, you know, projecting the next leg up to the upside, right? Yeah, all the way up to like a $2 nearly. 130 to you know, $2 if we find support, right? Now let's go ahead and take a look at Algo. So Algo is looking pretty much like a COTI, but a more clear defined waves analysis, right? So Algo, it is still correcting. So let's see if the wave we got right here, it is going to be a double top, double bottom, because my Algo macro support is like 180, right? Down to like a 140 range. Okay, it is still respecting the macro support. Let's take a look at it on trading view. Yeah, Algo macro support is right here. I still got a target up to $6, but it is not gonna get there that quick. 3D is negative, so we still have to wait. Okay, still have to wait. We just don't want to get the move down here. Okay, you know, we're going to get a time delay, but eventually we're most likely going to get to $6, right? So the directional move on the macro view, it is still up, but you know, short to medium term, if we break out below support right here, we might be getting dragged down all the way down to like a dollar or even lower. Okay, but directional move is, you know, macro directional move, it is still up. So let's go ahead and take a look at my boy XTZ. So XTZ, okay, weekly already crossed negative, right? But we still got our macro trend line support, right? So the only way I would be worried regarding not worried, but the only way I would be looking for another move, another, you know, heavy reaccumulation for Tezos is like if we retest the trend line support right here. You know, anything between like $4 to $5, it is still, you know, it is still decent. Okay, so if we retest like a $3 right here. Okay, that's our macro support right there. Macro support right here. It could be our third retest, okay, if we just want to draw it like that. Right? But overall, I'm still bullish on Tezos. And I think, right, the entire wave right here, you could look at it as a what? I know it is going to be an ugly cup and handle, right? But you could look at it as a, cup and handle, right? And we could be looking for a one-to-one extension of the move to the upside. It is still going to take us to our target $80. Now it sounds crazy, but okay. So Tezos macro view, it is still up. Okay. Similar to Litecoin. If you take a look at Litecoin, so take a look at Litecoin on monthly, all right, not weekly. You can do it weekly. Weekly, it'll be better. So if you take a look at Litecoin on a higher time frame, right, on a weekly, the entire move right here, you could look at it as a what? A cup and handle right there. Okay. And if we break out to the upside, we could be looking for one-to-one extension of our, our measure move right there. That's going to take us all the way up to like a $2,000. Right? But in terms of wave analysis, Litecoin, it is still, getting the job done. It is not just volatile, but the most important is like it is respecting the wave analysis, right? Already got wave 3, wave 4, and looking for macro wave 5. So, all right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at sand dust. So sand is looking pretty impulsive. Okay, that's what I call like a beautiful waves, right? So looking pretty juicy. It will correct at some point, but if we want to anticipate one-to-one extension of the previous move, just to be conservative, right? We already hit one-to-one extension of the previous move at $4.75 range. Okay, so 1.27 going to be all the way up to $12. And at $12, I'm going to be cautious because I'm not going to be looking for, okay? I'm not in sand, but I wouldn't be looking for 1.618. The reason for that, if you've been watching us long enough, is like this guy right here did not retrace deep enough. Okay, I think it retraced 50%, right? But if we did retrace, like let's say we retrace down to like a 0.618 or lower, I would be looking for 1.618. But since like we above 50%, like all the way up to like let's say 382 range, you want to be conservative and look for like a 127 to like a 1.41. That's the way I look at the market. Okay, I'm not trying to look for like the absolute top, but sometimes you got to be realistic. Okay, for instance, if I get a wave, let's say I get a wave like that, okay, and I'm looking for the extension to the upside, I'm not going to be looking for 1.618, even though, okay, the first wave, it is our wave 1 right there, right? I'm not going to be looking for 1.618, right? I'm going to be looking for either 1-to-1 or 1.27, right? Right here. And you could be making a, either making some divergences and all that good stuff. However, if the entire wave, right, did retrace down to let's say 80%, right? So it makes sense, right? I say, okay, I'm going to be looking for 1.618, and as you can see, in terms of extension, prices are the same, right? Right there, you're going to be looking for 1.618. So the deeper it retraced, right, the higher you're going to be looking for, right? But the lower, I mean, if it doesn't retrace that low, you don't want to be looking for that high. You see what I'm saying? So I would be looking for $12 to 12 to 19, okay? So 12 to 19, right? Which is going to be 1.27 to 1.41. So looking pretty juicy, right? But it is not going to be a straight line once again, right? It's not going to be a straight line. It means like we have to take a look at the 3D. So 3D looks pretty good, but RSI right there, right? It is going to give you a double top, double bottom right here. So once RSI retests, like let's say 91, you have to expect what? A retracement, just like what happened right here. Okay, just like what happened right there. But as you can see, even though we did get a double top, double bottom right here, our RSI was dropping lower, price was still what? Was still, pumping to the upside. Okay, we still, pump to the upside. So we can still get the double top, double bottom, dump lower, right? Price is going to still be pumping later on. So overall, it looks pretty juicy. A beautiful chart, right? All right, I think I covered everything. Okay, in 1 hour. Whoa, beautiful. Okay. CNS. I think CNS is on. Let's take a look at CNS BTC because I think it does have a nice chart too. Yeah, it does have a nice chart, but you just have to multiply it by, let's say, 1,000. Yeah, it does have a nice chart. Yeah. Yeah, so CNS is going to get the job done, man. I like these moves, okay? I like these moves. I told you, man, I can trade these moves like all day. Okay? Double, it's not double top, double bottom, parabolic move to the downside. Parabolic move to the upside, parabolic move to the downside. Right? If we go back to FTM, I showed you FTM multiple times, right? When FTM was like 30 million market cap. But I told you parabolic move to the, to the upside. Parabolic move to the upside, parabolic move to the downside. We started buying right there, right around like 100 sats, but we got wrecked all the way down. It wasn't leverage. It was like, we were looking for a 10x move, so we accumulating at the bottom. So back in November, I was like, okay, it's time to accumulate right here. We got this double bottom, right? But it dumped to the downside. I was like, okay, I remember Satoshi was saying, oh, Sand, we dumping. I was like, just suck it up, okay? 50 sats, that's a good deal, right? And now it is like, it pumped like 100x after that. CRO, I'm going to show you why it is so important, guys, to pay attention to the macro view. CRO, I don't have a CRO USD macro target, but CRO BTC macro target, right? From our premium, bang. Okay, I was pretty confident, okay, this guy was going to break out with the macro consolidation right here. Okay, I was pretty confident, okay. And my first target, guys, 1,500 sats. This guy was right around like a 300 sats. I was like 300 to 200 sats, just accumulate because we got a potential 5 to 10x move on this guy, and we could be looking for all the way up to 3,000. So CRO, okay, it is on autopilot. Okay, I wouldn't be doing anything. Okay, we almost at 1,500 sats. We take some profits. Most likely it is going to cool off 25 to 40% and look for an add-on on a 3D basis. Just look for your 3D 21. Everything is looking so juicy. RSI right here going to cool off. Once we get the RSI to cool off, that could coincide with price action retesting the 2D 21 or 3D 21, depending on volatility. Okay, and after that, we could be looking for our March 2019 prices. Okay, so if you've been following me long enough, I've been calling for the March 2019 prices forever. Okay, for most of these alt, they will retest their March 2019 prices. Some of them will retest it in 2021. Some of them will retest it right in 2022, right? Not 2023. Because all the moon boy is gonna give up, right? So CRO, it is also another beautiful call, right from the bottom, guys, from the bottom right there. Okay? You don't care about the bottom right here, you just care about the consolidation. Okay? And I give this setup like the first week of May before we get wrecked, right? Before BTC dump hard. So, but I was pretty confident we were gonna pump, right? So I would just pay attention to CRO BTC, not CRO USD. Because I don't even look at CRO USD. Yeah, so if you take a look at CRO USD, 1.618 going to be all the way up to like a 150. So we just hit like 127. I think like we still got plenty of room, but it will correct. Okay, it will correct. Okay. So that's our wave 1, 2. That's beautiful, beautiful. That's why I like the macro. You know what's going on, right? You know what's going on. You just have to be patient. Okay. So CRO right there. That's when I think that's when I gave it in my premium right there. I wasn't watching the CRO USD, but it was already down like from the top. It was already down like 40%. Okay, when I gave it, it was already down 40% from the from the top. So it looks pretty juicy. If you want to FOMO, I wouldn't FOMO. Wait for the next correction. It will correct because we're gonna get our wave 5. So it could correct like for 3 to 5 months, right? After we hit wave 3. Okay. So it means like we could get a bull market, bull market could be extended, right? Till basically next summer or even next December. So it looks pretty good, man. It looks pretty juicy. I would just suck it up. Gala, that guy been pumping like crazy. I never look at the chart for some reason. I know whenever I take a look at the, this alt, I see this guy like, 20% up and all that good stuff. Yeah, that's my first time looking at this chart. I think if I remember well. Yeah, but it looks good. It looks good, man. Looks good. If you got in anywhere around like, August, September and all that good stuff, you just have to suck it up, correct it right here. So it is just correcting and pumping, correcting and pumping, right? So still look good, right? Still look good. So the reason why, it is good to pay attention to what happened before is like, if we go back and take a look at all these alt like, like NAM on the macro view, right? They all last bull market, right? They all created what 5 waves impulsive move. All of them, like if you go back check, NAM, Neo, Verge, all of them. Okay, they did get like some nice, beautiful, okay, impulsive waves. That's why I'm telling you, you can't just get hooked right now because they're gonna go for a bear market, and it is going to be on a monthly basis, not 3D, not weekly. So it means like it could last for 18 months to up to 3 years of bear market. So that's why I'm saying like don't buy these alt when they pumping like 100x and all that good stuff. Sometimes you just have to suck it up and buy below the 3D21 versus BTC at the bottom. We got multiple alt like BLZ, BZRX, okay? Even IOST, it is still looking pretty good, right? Multiple alt AST, okay? All of them at the bottom, okay? All of them at the bottom. QSP, right? So, and many other alt under like 100 million market cap, okay? Power Ledger just broke out, right? So sometimes you just be cautious. You just got to be cautious and be ready for the macro view because we're gonna go for another bear market, right? Within the next like a few years, okay? And it is gonna last for a few years after that, right? So I would say even a few months we could go in a bear market, but we will see, okay? We will see. All right, Emery, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hey, what's up, Peanut Moon Boy? ICX, sorry, ding along. I forgot about ICX. So ICX, don't be surprised, right, to get a parabolic move, right? Don't be surprised to get a parabolic move, okay? Don't be surprised to get a parabolic move. We will need to watch ICX BTC because that's the one I'm more comfortable with. Yeah, ICX BTC, I'm still looking for it has the same chart as Power Ledger. Power Ledger just broke out, but it doesn't mean ICX will break out, right? So we're looking for the March 2019 resistances right there, 10,000 all the way up to 10,000 sats. Okay, so you could also, look at it in terms of like patterns, right? Inverse head and shoulder, if you want to, right? So overall, ICX, it is still in a macro consolidation, right? It is moving slow, but everything is pointing up in terms of like a pattern, right? If you take a look at it in 7D, doesn't look bad at all, okay? Doesn't look bad at all, okay? Yeah, I like ICX BTC better than ICX USD for some reason. Because I've been trading ICX BTC like forever, like since like right here, 2019, okay? Remember ICX stopped exactly right around like, 9,700, right? And one chain also top out like somewhere around like a 9,700, somewhere, something like that, right? They both of them top out at the same time. So it looks good. I would be looking for the 9,000 to a 10,000 sats over the next like a few weeks or even like a few months. Macro support still going to be 1,500 sats. Okay. And I said it a long time ago. ICX just accumulate at 1,400 to a 1,500 sats and let it go. Let it do the work. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thanks a lot, man. ICP Moonboy, great. So ICP, it is still wrecking us. What I mean, it's not a leverage position, right? What I mean, wrecking is mean like, it's not moving. Okay. So if you take a look at ICX, right, what we said was pretty clear, right? We can, find support right here, just about like a 42, or we can even retrace down to a 28 to a, 25 cents. Okay, so ICX, we nailed the bottom. Okay, after the first pump right here, we jumped in at the bottom right there, the double bottom. Okay, and we got that move to the upside, and I was like, okay, it is a double top, double bottom right here, so we could get our continuation, but nope, this time it didn't work. Okay, it didn't work. So it is moving sideways. We got a triple bottom. I don't see nothing crazy right there. If we dump lower, we still got support at $30. Right? Because at some point we're looking for the move all the way up to like a 350 and so on. So even if you add on at $30, you're still looking for a 10x move. Right? So it is still looking pretty juicy. Papanyai cover. Cover. All right, I'm going to do cover for Papanyai. Yeah, check. All right, so let's take. I need to take a look at the cover, the chart for cover, right? So let's take a look at cover BTC. Oh, cover BTC, get it covered. Gosh. So cover BTC, I can do anything with it. I gotta get. Let's take a look at the 2D. I can do anything with cover. So I would give it like a few more days. I would give it a few more days. Okay, it is down 99.5. So it is not really, a good time to sell it. So if you believe in the project, right, just accumulate it. Let's take a look at it on trading view. It doesn't look bad when you take a look at it on trading view. I don't know why the coin market cap was so jacked up, but you do have a bull divergence right here, so it is not really a good time to be selling. Not financial advice, but you're down like 90. I mean, I'm assuming, okay, hopefully you did not jump in right there, okay. It is already 97, 98% down, so with a bullish divergence right here, it is a steal, right? It is a steal. And let's take a look at it on coin market cap. We're getting covered. That is bad. It doesn't have any. Maybe coin gecko. Oh, you mean OMP, AMP? Okay. Yeah, I will take a look at AMP. AMP, I think it is still around like 80 sats. Yeah, so this guy is getting. AMP does have a nice chart. It does have a nice chart. So AMP, that's what I was anticipating. But the thing is, I wasn't just sure if it was going to break out below the and retest all the way down to like a 50 sat. It did retest like the 80 sats. It is a premium setup anyway, so it is bullish. Okay, it is a nice chart. Okay, a parabolic move to the upside, right? Another parabolic move to the downside, right? It did not retest the lows. It can still retest it, so we'll see over the next like a few weeks if we're going to be able to create a strong bull momentum, right? The worst case scenario is like it just create a bull divergence like that, right? But AMP, it is still a good hold, okay? And it means like MACD going to retrace lower and give us another flip, another bullish crossover right here by flipping bullish. So it is a premium setup, so it looks pretty juicy. Even AMP USD looks pretty juicy. Okay, all we needed to do is like break out above like a point, 0.078, right? 0.078. Okay, yeah, right there. Okay, so it looks pretty good. It's a good time to buy CRV. I mean, CRV, I give you guys CRV when it was like 50 cents, man. People don't remember much. So CRV, it is still a good time to hold it. I don't know about buy it, but it is still a good hold. Okay, it is still a good hold. Take a look at CRV right here. That up. So CRV, we're still looking pretty juicy. Yeah. That support right here, anything at or below 44,000, it is still a good hold. Okay. So we could be pumping all the way up to like 18,000. Just got to break out above resistance, which basically going to be very hard, right, to break out above this range. Okay. We can still be in this range for the next like a few days. So keep an eye on it. It looks pretty good. CRV. Yeah. It looks very juicy, man. This guy looks so juicy. When I was calling for $15 CRV, guys, CRV was like back in December, like 40 cents, 50 cents. I was like, in my premium, guys, this guy going to go ballistic. The reason why I was bullish on CRV, I was watching the CRV liquidity. You know, when you're buying and selling CRV, the volume was, you know, so big back then, right? Even buy and sell, it doesn't matter, right? The volume was pretty heavy back then, okay? And sucker was dumping hard too. Right there, it was dumping hard. And right there, I remember, guys, the first week of November, that's when I said, guys, CRV, right? Litecoin, sushi, bang. The first week of November 2020, bottom in. Let's just suck it up. We're going to the moon, right? And it is still looking pretty good. So in terms of wave analysis, a very easy chart to analyze, right? We're just going to be looking for wave 3. That's it. No question asked, right? Moon time. Okay. We could be looking for 1.27. Almost all the way up to like a $28. Guys. Guy going to go crazy. But as I said, let's just focus on $15. Right? Otherwise, you know, it's like a could wreck us back down. Okay? But it looks pretty juicy. Market cap is not that high. Right? We go back to all right, Jajef, Papa. Papa is another moon boy. Jajef mean moon boy. CRV. So take a look at CRV, guys. When we started talking about CRV in terms of market cap, guys, gotta pay attention, man. I'm telling you. Right there. Market cap was pretty low, guys. I was like, that's impossible. Okay? Right there. Like 100 million market cap, 30 million. Actually, 30 million market cap right there in the first week of November. Okay? 30 million market cap. And I knew this guy was going to be like a $2 billion market cap and high because that volume, you know, was so high, guys. It was very high volume. Okay? I was like, this guy going to be holistic, right? Let's. So guys, make sure to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. You can also join the Discord public group, link in the description, right? If you want to join Send Premium, you can send me a message and I'm going to give you all the information to join Send Premium. We do short-term trade. We do most of the time, guys, macro trade. That's when you're going to make the most of the money, right? If you, I mean, not financial advice, right? But, you know, you want to make like those, you know, wait for those like a 20, 30, 40, 50x. You got to be a macro, you know, a macro trader. If you want to trade the short-term analysis, we do a lot of short-term trading. But most of the time, guys, when market is pretty bullish, right, you just got to be patient. Okay, you just got to be patient for those targets, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at Matic. I like Matic chart, but guys, my only problem with Matic is like it is not a problem, but my only concern, right, with Matic is like we, you know, I don't know if we want to count this as 5 waves, right? Or if we want to count this as 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Okay. So, when we were talking about Matic, that's why I kept saying, guys, we got to be buying at the bottom. When I was talking about Matic was like 25 million market cap, like a 50 million market cap. We talk about these prices like, back in 2019, 2020, when Matic was like pretty cheap. Okay. But people want to go ahead and buy when these suckers pump like to a 5 billion. Most of the time, I don't talk about coins above like 10 billion market cap. Okay. When I'm talking about BZRX right now, it is 100 million. And once BZRX pump to like 2 billion, 3 billion, people want to, start buying it and all that good stuff. BLZ, okay, it is still under 100 million, right? So Matic, my only concern is like it is overextended. Okay. It can still push higher, but I don't think the risk will worth it. Okay, because we still got like plenty of alt out there, right? That going to pump a lot. I'm not saying Matic won't pump, but it could be correcting for the next like a few weeks. That's what I'm saying. Okay, it can still break out, but I don't think it will break out like a 20-30x, something like that, right? But let's see. We could potentially get wave 5 to the upside if we break out above 250. If we break out above 250, I'm bullish on it. Okay, I'm bullish on it. Yeah, Matic BTC. Yeah, Matic BTC doesn't look bad if we can break out above the 3,500 sats. Okay, but all right, but this guy right here looks like a double top, double bottom. Okay, so if we break out below the lows right there, right, versus BTC, it means like you got to pack your bags. Okay, we break out below 2,000, and if we break out above 3,700 range, you could be looking for a moonshot. So I would pay attention to Matic BTC. It'll be more profitable than paying attention to Matic USD. Unless you're a moon boy, you only care about the USD. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters, right, will be BTC. Okay? Do I advise to get TradingView Pro? I mean, you can use join the Telegram group, and I'm gonna send a link. You can basically use CoinTrader. You can use CoinTrader.pro, charts.cointrader.pro/rect. I'm just joking. But you can use but if you want to use the TradingView Pro, you can use it. Nothing wrong with it if you know what you're doing. But most of the time, I only use like what RSI and MACD. So I don't need like I don't need the extra stuff. Hey Jenko, hey Sen, are we going to the moon soon? No man, we're not going to the moon, man. We're going to Mars. I'm just joking, man. But we got a short-term pullback probably up to like a 60. So let's see. Let's take a look at NEAR BTC. The NEAR is still correcting. Let's take a look at NEAR. And sometimes some of these charts, man, like you can, you don't see any bullishness in them, right? So but you just have to just have to look for another pair like you know, the USD or something like that. So it looks good versus USD, but you can still get a short-term pullback right here down to like $6.30. 6.30. If that's our wave one, that's wave two, right? It's still on the way up to wave three. I think glitch. We just talked about glitch with a moon boy. Yeah, glitch gave us the same setup right here. That's how I know right there. But glitch basically get the glitch below the all-time high right here. Get the correction, and now it's glitching down. So it could dump all the way down to 140, right? Support. So same exact chart, right? With near. Yep, same exact chart. The only difference is like near is correcting above all-time high. That's all. That's the only thing. Okay. So don't be surprised to see near retesting your previous all-time high and use it as support. And you could create a hidden bull divergence on your 3D. Hyperinflation in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hypnotic. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day, man. I'm tired already. It's been like 1.5 hours. So stay tuned, guys. Make sure to join the public Telegram group. Link in the description. We got some moon boys, some doom boys, some crazy boys. We got some XRP army, and you know, some Tezos army. You know, BTC army, Ethereum army, and all that good stuff. So join the public Telegram group, or you can join the Discord public group. Most of the time, I give you guys I'll be giving you guys updates regarding the short-term movements regarding BTC, because if you know what's going on with BTC, you basically know what's going on with the market, right? So I don't have to basically give you guys an update for every single alt, right? And all that good stuff, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in, man.